Hello everyone, in this video we are going to cover the current affairs. Now for the text version of this quiz, you can install GKToday Academy app, you can read the detailed explanation and you can attempt the quiz in this app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. Now before we start, let me address some issues. Due to certain unavoidable circumstances, the current affairs videos were not uploaded on channel. In this phase of time, I have noticed one thing. There are two types of subscribers on this YouTube channel. One with mob mentality, one who are serious. So if video is delayed or instead of 5 AM it is uploaded on 10 AM or whatever be the issue, these people will never worry about these immaterial issues because they know they have to study. If video is delayed, they will focus on revising previous material. Second part is mob mentality. These are the people who just need one reason to pull someone down on social media. So please make sure you are in category A, not in category B. And if you are in category B, please explain to your parents that stop wasting their resources on you, because at the end of the day, you will be nothing but a jobless troller. Yes, be part of this group A. If you still want to be the part of group B, no problem. In the comment section, we just have to use one option and it will hardly take 1 second to block any random troller, because we do not endorse garbage in our community section. So your one stupid mistake and you will be blocked for life. No problem, you can abuse on other platforms. That's your choice and that's their choice to allow garbage in their comment section. But we do not endorse any such garbage. So if you are following this series, you will have to follow the etiquettes of a student. You will have to behave like you are going to behave in a real world classroom. Just because it is anonymous and just because it is virtual setup, if you are going to misbehave, then let me provide you one more solution. If you are going to misbehave with any other member, specifically female members, or if you are writing vulgar comments under their comments, let me help you. Please note down this number 155260. This is the helpline number of National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. So if any one of you notice any type of cybercrime, stalking is also a part of cybercrime, then please register a complaint. So now let's start. Which body recommends the selection of heads of public sector banks and financial institutions? So this is BBB, that is Bank Board Bureau. So it recommends the selection of heads of PSB and financial institutions. It started operations from 1st of April in 2016. Recently it was in news because of the new appointments of certain heads of public sector banks. So please notice this term recommends. This Bank Board Bureau does not appoint, it recommends. So there is a slight difference. Which is the final authority to appoint? Write down that in comment box. Now in this context, few important terms are there. First is PJ Nayak Committee, second is Mission Indradhanush, and third is Indradhanush Plan. So this PJ Nayak Committee recommended this Bank Board Bureau, and the seat of this Bank Board Bureau is in the office of RBI in Mumbai. Now, what is this Indradhanush Plan? It is a plan related to the reforms in the banking sector, and this Bank Board Bureau is a part of this Indradhanush Plan. There is one more Indradhanush and it is Mission Indradhanush. So it is a part of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and this initiative was started for the vaccination or for the immunization. Now, one more thing specifically for banking sector aspirants. Please answer in comment box whether this BBB, that is Bank Board Bureau, is a public authority under RTI Act or not. What is the RTI Act? It is Right to Information Act and it is an act of 2005. Next question is, where is the Indian Institute of Sugarcane Research located? So this institute is in Lucknow. Lucknow is in Uttar Pradesh. Why this was in news? Because recently Ministry of Civil Aviation and DGCA, that is Directorate General of Civil Aviation, granted exemptions to this institute to use drones. Now with the help of these drones, this institute is going to conduct a trial to evaluate the impact of drone spraying for controlling pest and disease of sugarcane crop using drones. What is this entire issue? See, suppose this is a field of sugarcane. Now the crop is having issues of pest and disease. So with the help of drones, a material will be sprayed on this field to control this pest and to control this disease. Now, in order to fly drones, one need permission and approval from DGCA, that is Directorate General of Civil Aviation. So recently DGCA approved this initiative of Indian Institute of Sugarcane Research. This is an institute of ICAR. What is ICAR? It is Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Now recently, this drone approval was given to two more authorities. One is BCCI. It is related to cricket. So why it was given approval? So that they can record matches with the help of drones. So that they can take the top view with the help of drones. Second approval was recently given to Pradhanmantri Fasal Bima Yojana. So for the estimation of loss and to provide appropriate compensation for that loss, the scheme will use drones for effective implementation. Now answer in comment box which is the nodal ministry for this Pradhanmantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Next question is, which organization is to commission India's largest floating solar power plant at Telangana? So this is NTPC. What is NTPC? It is National Thermal Power Corporation. So it is going to commission India's largest floating solar power plant and it will be at Ramagundam in Telangana. This is going to be a 100 megawatt project and it will be a single location largest floating solar plant in our country as of now. So couple of terms are mentioned. First, it is a single location. What does that mean? So this entire plant will be situated at one place instead of at certain fragmented places and then they are connected. So these are two different models. This is going to be a floating solar plant and this is going to be at single location and therefore it is India's largest floating solar power plant at single location. This is going to be in Telangana. It will be commissioned by NTPC. NTPC is a PSU, that is public sector undertaking under Ministry of Power. The headquarters of NTPC is in New Delhi and it is a Maharatna company. Answer in comment box how many companies are given the status of Maharatna in our country. Next question is, Warren Buffett is the CEO of which company? So he is the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. He is an American investor. Recently he was in news because as per Bloomberg Billionaires Index, he crossed the milestone of $100 billion and that's why he joined this elite club of Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk and Bill Gates. So first thing first, he is investor. He is from USA and name of his company is Berkshire Hathaway. Now because of his investment skills, he is popularly known as Oracle of Omaha. Now in the context of investment in stock market, two terms are frequently used. One is bull tendency and another is bear tendency. In simplest term, when market is on rise, market is growing, so people are buying stocks. This is considered as bull tendency. So when market is going upwards, people will buy more and more. On the other hand, if market will go downwards, people will start selling their stocks. This is bearish tendency. So please remember this differentiation of bullish tendency versus bearish tendency. Next question is, who has been re-elected as the president of International Olympic Committee? So first thing first, the name is Thomas Bach. He has been re-elected. His country is Germany. So he has been re-elected as the president of International Olympic Committee and he has been elected for a term of 4 years. Now this year Olympic Games will be organized in Tokyo in 2021. Actually they were scheduled for 2020 but because of pandemic situation they were postponed to 2021. Tokyo is in Japan. Recently Japan was in news because of Quad. Quad is Quadrilateral Security Dialogue and the first virtual meeting of Quad held recently. So 4 countries are the members of Quad: Australia, Japan, USA and our country India. Recently Japan was also in news as it is going to join Five Eyes Alliance. It is Intelligence Sharing Alliance. So Japan expressed its intention to join this alliance. Japan was also in news because of its 2+2 level dialogue with India. Next question is, what percentage of customs duty would be levied on import of solar modules in India? So the correct answer is 40%. Now, when you are covering this question, first thing that should pop up in your mind is that why custom duty is imposed. Okay, one homework for you, whether custom duty is subsumed under GST or not. So now government has decided to impose a custom duty for import. Import means when we are getting it from other countries. So for import of solar modules, the custom duty is going to be 40% and for import of solar cells, the custom duty is going to be 25%. Why this has been done? This has been done to reduce our dependency on imports so that we can focus on local manufacturing of these solar components. So these solar components are used for the solar energy. Now we are importing these components. So the government is trying to increase the cost of import. Why? So that you prefer local in the sense made in India components. This way we are going to give a boost to the local manufacturing of solar components. In this context, there is a term which is frequently used. It is DCR. It is Domestic Content Requirement. Now please note that these new custom duty rules would be applicable or would be effective from April 2022. So what is this domestic content requirement? For example, you are building a school. Now when you are building a school, it is specified that the land on which you are building this school, you will have to hire workers or you will have to take material from that village itself. That means you will have to take the raw material from that village itself. Similarly, these DCR requirements are imposed. For example, we are working on these solar energy panels. So as per DCR, you will have to take Indian components instead of imported components. So different limits are set. For example, 50% limit is set, that you will have to use at least 50% domestic component. Domestic in the sense made in India component. Next question is, which ministry has launched the convergence of ESI scheme with Pradhanmantri Jan Arogya Yojana? So this is very important initiative for EPFO examination. So recently Labour Ministry announced the convergence of ESI scheme with Pradhanmantri Jan Arogya Yojana in 113 districts of 4 states. Which are these 4 states? One is Chhattisgarh, one is Karnataka, third is Madhya Pradesh, and fourth is Maharashtra. Now what is ESI? It is Employees State Insurance. So recently this ESIC, that is Employees State Insurance Corporation, collaborated with NHA, that is National Health Authority. So this NHA is the implementing authority for this Pradhanmantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Now the full name is Ayushman Bharat Pradhanmantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Recently Ayushman Bharat Sehat initiative was also in news. It was launched for the residents of Jammu and Kashmir. Apart from that, Ayushman Bharat CAPF initiative was also in news. It is for the members of CAPF. What is CAPF? It is Central Armed Police Forces. CAPF are under MHA. MHA is Ministry of Home Affairs. Next question is, the Rasin Dam and Chillimal Dam are constructed in which Indian state? So they are constructed in state of Uttar Pradesh. So these dams are expected to bring relief to the people of Uttar Pradesh who are facing the water problems. Now recently this state of Uttar Pradesh was also in news because of Arjun Sahayak irrigation project. Uttar Pradesh was also in news because of Varasat initiative. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover certain important news events. First is hydrogen from brown coal. So recently Japan and Australia collaborated, and this joint venture of Japan and Australia started producing hydrogen from brown coal, and this was done at a plant in state of Victoria. The state of Victoria is in Australia. Next is King Bhumi Bol World Soil Day Award. So recently this award was given to ICAR. What is ICAR? It is Indian Council of Agricultural Research, which is covered ICAR in that Sugarcane Research Institute question. So this institute was in news as it received this King Bhumi Bol World Soil Day Award. Now this award is given by FAO. What is FAO? It is Food and Agriculture Organization. Headquarters of FAO is in Rome, and Rome is in Italy. Recently it was in news as it completed 75 years. It is an organization of United Nations. Next is India's satellite man. So he is Mr. Udupi Ramachandra Rao. Recently he was in news because of his birth anniversary. So his birth anniversary was on 10th of March, and he played a key role in the launch of India's first satellite. What was the name of first satellite? It was Aryabhatta, and it was launched in 1975. Because of his key role, he is considered as India's satellite man. Who is India's missile man? Our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Next is Herat Festival. So recently this festival was celebrated in Jammu and Kashmir, and it is celebrated on the occasion of Maha Shivratri. Next is Mera Ration. So this is new initiative launched by the Ministry of Consumer Affairs. So there is a scheme, One Nation, One Ration Card scheme. As per the scheme, you can take the benefits of your ration card in the state where you migrated because of job opportunities. So now this app has been launched. Now this app has been launched for that same context. Suppose a worker named A1 is from Bihar and the worker migrated to Uttar Pradesh. Now in Uttar Pradesh, he or she will be able to take the benefits of ration card as a part of this One Nation, One Ration Card scheme. So this One Nation, One Ration Card allow the portability of ration card, and this app will help this entire process. Next is Talishma, Sanghas or Sahitya. So this book was in news and it is a book by Mohan Krishna Bohara. Next is Bihari Puruskar. So recently this Puruskar was given to Mohan Krishna Bohara for this Talishma, and this Bihari Puruskar is given by KK Birla Foundation. Next is Hunch Prose. So it is a collection of poetry and it is by Ranjit Haskote. Next is Banj. So this is a book by Susmita Mukherjee. Next book is Karunanidhi, A Life. So this is a book on Karunanidhi, the politician, and it is a book by A.S. Paneer Selvan. Next is Upsurge. So this is an initiative which is related to Telangana. Recently, Telangana government collaborated with Australia to launch this Upsurge initiative. So this is a program to support women entrepreneurs. Next is Astrax. So this is first military exercise in space, and recently this was conducted by France. Few other countries also participated in this exercise. So USA participated in it and Germany participated in it. This is first military exercise in space. Next is Insurance Act of 1938. So recently this was in news because now this act has been amended to increase the FDI limit. FDI stands for foreign direct investment. So previous limit was 49%. Now it has been increased to 74%. Next is Bareilly Airport. So this airport is in Uttar Pradesh and this is the 8th airport in Uttar Pradesh. With this now, Uttar Pradesh became the state with highest airports. Next is 2021 Film Archive Award. So this award is to be given by International Federation of Film Archives, and this is to be given to Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Now in the last event of Bareilly Airport, one important thing is that the Trishul military base will be upgraded as this Bareilly Airport. So examiner may ask you that this Trishul military base, which was in news recently, is situated in which state of India? So it is in state of Uttar Pradesh, and recently it has been upgraded as Bareilly Airport. Recently Uttar Pradesh was also in news as the government has ordered the removal of all roadside religious structures. So which state was in news for its order of removal of all religious structures on the roadside? So answer is Uttar Pradesh. Next is AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine. So recently Thailand became the first Asian country to temporarily hold the use of this AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccination. Last news is related to STEM initiative. So STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics. So recently IBM collaborated with Uttarakhand government for this STEM for Girls program initiative. Objective is to encourage girls for the fields of science, technology, engineering and mathematics. So these were the most important questions and news events. I will try to cover the backlog of current affairs as soon as possible. Till then, if you have time, please revise your past current affairs. Thank you, and that's all for the day.